Good day, students. I am Sir Moni Janavier from the College of Medical Technology, and I welcome you to Career Forum 2021. And today, I will be giving you a glimpse of what it is to become a collegiate medical technologist. Here in Riverside College, you enter with a goal and you leave as a 21st century global leader and professional medical technologist. We would help you achieve this through our innovative learning technologies and Microsoft learning applications. We see to it that here in the college, we apply the technological advancements, especially in our profession, so that when you graduate and you take on your professional world, you are ready. Here in Riverside College, we have a nurturing environment and processes which can be achieved through our dynamic education program. The pandemic has put a challenge, especially in education, as we do not do what we have usually done before, especially when we had our face-to-face classes. But as Riverside College promises its students for endless support or endless pursuit to education, we have also changed our ways to suit the needs of our students, especially in the midst of our pandemic. Next, we also have our career counseling program, wherein we give you a glimpse like this one, students, of what it is or what it takes to become a professional, and give you an idea of what it is already to become a professional, and somewhat aid you in choosing the correct career path that you want to take in the future. Next, we also have our complete and modern facilities, which I would be discussing in a while. We also have our online student services, our librarians, the library, the clinic, and even our guidance counselors can all be reached through mobile phone, you can call them, or even reach them through Facebook messaging. And lastly, we have our top-notch safety protocols, which are in line to that of the IATF and DOH, so that here in Riverside College, your second home, you are safe. Our healthcare team is not only composed of physicians and nurses, we also need medical technologists. We also need you as future medical technologists. We need you to take on the world and to take on the healthcare challenge, to be head on with the unknown and the unseen. As medical technologists, we are trained to be brave in aiding the physician have the correct diagnosis so that we can also help the patient indirectly in his or her course in recovery. The importance of a medical technologist is seen when we intervene when a sick patient comes to the doctor, wherein that doctor, through the aid of a medical technologist, through the different laboratory assessments that we do, the doctor could then diagnose the patient's disease. And after diagnosing, the doctor can prescribe the proper medication. And once that medication is achieved, the patient can then be recovered. This process, as you can see, is an important process wherein we medical technologists are the unseen heroes in this one. You cannot see the label there that is included a medical technologist, but we are the ones who aid the doctors in making the proper decisions for the patient to be healthy in the end. Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology is designed for you to acquire the right competencies to help save lives by providing accurate medical information used to treat patients. Here in the college, we are already inculcating to you the different core competencies which should be sharpened at the end of every year level that you are going to go through. During your first year, you would have to have your competencies in laboratory safety and specimen collection, as specimens are the ones that we need for us to continue our process inside the laboratory. During your first year, you should already be competent when it comes to specimen collection. After that, during your second year, we have to hone your microscopy and leadership and managerial skills. You see here that not only your theoretical learning is valued here in Riverside College, but we also see to it that your holistic formation, especially as leaders, are also met rather. Also, in your third year, we incorporate automation and DNA testing as well as therapeutic drug monitoring. These are the competencies that are very much relevant, especially now in the time of our pandemic, and as new and evolved technologies are seen in our profession. And lastly, during your fourth year, All of these competencies will be put together. You will practice them all together during your clinical internship program in our sister company in Riverside Medical Center rather. You will be doing your clinical internship there, wherein you will be encountering the equipment that are also seen in other hospitals, tertiary hospitals here in the Philippines as well as abroad. As medical technologists, what awaits you after you graduate here in the college? You have different job opportunities or fields of work that is available for you. First, you can become a laboratory scientist and again aid the physician in doing his or her diagnosis. And then you can also have a microbiology course. You can become a microbiologist, which is also relevant in our time now in the pandemic, specifically in the field of virology, battling what is unseen and unknown. You can also work in the academe as like what I did. I am here. I am already teaching, teaching those who came after me, and then I am imparting the professional knowledge that I also got from my professors to those aspiring medical technologists. And lastly, you can also work as researchers, especially in finding cures or even finding the causes of different diseases which are yet to be known to humankind. And I forgot the second bullet. Medical technology is also deemed as the best preparatory for medicine course because we have a lot of topics that are already taken here in medical technology, which will be then reviewed when you go to your medicine proper. We have courses like hematology, your microbiology, your general pathology, your histology. You also have your immunology and some of your clinical chemistry courses that are already taken in medical technology will be very much relevant or even reviewed in medicine proper. That is why medical technology gives you an edge from those other medical courses. So why should you choose Riverside College BS Medical Technology? First, we have our computer-aided language learning program or our CAL program, which would aid you students or which would aid us teachers in helping you students hone your communication skills as this is an important skill to be hastened, especially in the 21st century setup. We also have our Lobster virtual laboratory. We saw this as our solution to connect you to the inability of us to physically manipulate our laboratory equipment. We saw Lobster as the opportunity to give you the proper avenue for you to hone your skills in this time of this pandemic. The laboratory activity is presented to you at the comforts of your own houses. And lastly, as I review, we have our Microsoft Learning applications. All of our quizzes, our discussions, and even our exams are coursed through our Microsoft Learning applications so that we have a unified and accessible method of delivery of instruction. As I have mentioned in Riverside College Medical Technology, we have the best facilities. One of which is our biosafety hood level 2, which would allow you students to physically handle microorganisms, even pathogenic microorganisms, to enhance your learning. Of course, we understand that you should really see in the flesh what we are trying to discuss to you. And because we have biosafety hood level 2, that would allow us to help or to allow you guys to hold microorganisms, even the pathogenic ones. We also have laboratories that are equipped with automated analyzers, such as in our clinical chemistry, we have in our hematology and molecular biology. We have recently purchased the polymerase chain reaction machines, which will be introduced to the students in the future. We also have our 1:1 ratio of microscope to student, which would allow you students to manipulate microscopes in real time, wherein you wouldn't have to wait for your classmate to finish in order to borrow the microscope. We would not allow that. Rather, you would have your own microscope, which you will be using for your own viewing at your own time. And lastly, we have other equipment for extensive hands-on training, like our dummy arm. Our dummy arm would provide your skills enhancement in the field of phlebotomy or our blood extraction process, wherein you wouldn't have to do this or to inflict pain to your fellow classmates, so that you would have to do it only to the dummy arm, wherein you can puncture a lot of times and then do a lot of troubleshooting And of course, as a result, that would hasten or hone your skills, especially in phlebotomy. Here is the demonstration of our different facilities here in the college. On the first picture, you can see our microbiology laboratory, which is equipped with our biosafety hood level 2. Next is the clinical chemistry section, which is equipped with our semi-automated analyzers. That one is our semi-automated spectrophotometer. Next, in our clinical microscopy, you can see your senior there, handling one microscope. And then lastly, our hematology, wherein we also have our automated and semi-automated machines, wherein that would already aid you, especially in our different laboratory experiments. We also have our histopathology section, which would be the section wherein we would process tissues for these tissues to be viewed by a pathologist in order to diagnose a certain malignancy or certain diseases. We also have our immunohematology or our blood banking. One of the crucial laboratory setups or one of the crucial laboratory subsets that we should encounter in medical technology. On the lower right picture, or lower left rather, you also see there the dummy arm. That is the dummy arm, which really replicates a human arm, even the texture. So that is where we do our skills training, especially in the field of phlebotomy. And lastly, on the last picture on your lower right, is your teachers, your future clinical instructors, which are using the bioscope machine, wherein the bioscope is attached to a microscope, and that bioscope connects what you can see to the microscope and flashes it on screen, wherein you can see a bigger picture or a clearer picture of what is intended for you to be seen by your clinical instructors. So that ends my tour to you here in the College of Medical Technology of Riverside College. We're in here again in Riverside College. You enter with a goal and you leave as a 21st century global leader and professional medical technologist. Should you have any more questions regarding the college or the College of Medical Technology in specific, you can talk to us through our career coach, Miss Joy Ann P. Ardiente, with her contact details here. And then if you have any more questions, you can course it through her. So that ends my talk for today. I hope that I will see you around in the corners of Riverside College. And I hope to impart to you my professional learnings as you journey to become the next medical technologists that the 21st century needs. Thank you and have a good day. And I hope that you all stay safe.